Here I am in Covent Garden in London. This is one of my favourite places in the city, and it's the beating heart of energy, culture, food. So today we're going to go around and we're going to show you my favourite highlights of Covent Garden. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now it's early here in Covent Garden and we're going to be starting off the day in Seven Dials. Seven Dials is just a short walk from the main square here at Covent Garden, but it's a fantastic place full of restaurants, bars, and most importantly, coffee shops to start the day. This is Seven Dials. Seven Dials is actually a roundabout that connects different streets that are coming together. It's called Seven Dials because there's 6 sundials here on this column. The 7th dial is the column itself acting as the 7th sundial. We're going to go down Monmouth Street right now to get ourselves some coffee. Let's go. I'm coming here to a coffee shop called White Pine. This is fantastic and they do a really great cup of coffee. There are some other options here that are also brilliant. Monmouth Coffee just around the corner, although you'll find it's actually a little bit more expensive and you can't get a takeaway cup. You do have to pay a £5 deposit on their cups. Today we're going in White Pine. Let's go inside. I've got myself an Americano here at White Pines in Seven Dials. Now there's an interesting story behind the actual plinth in Seven Dials. It was demolished in 1773 because it used to be a meeting place for the London mob, and the area around here was notorious for crime and murders. And it was only in 1989 that it was rebuilt and the area had this new lease of life. Today the cobble streets remain and historic buildings, but it has a lot more of an indie hipster type feel to it. Think Charles Dickens drinking a chai latte in skinny jeans. So now with our coffee in hand, we've come over to Monmouth Street where we're going to find Neil's Yard. And it's a really colourful, hidden little square here on Monmouth Street. Let's go and have a look. This is Neil's Yard, and it's maybe one of the most unkept secrets in Covent Garden. It's definitely one of the most Instagrammable places to come, with its vibrant colours and quirky coffee shops that you can visit. Up until the 1970s, it was actually used as just a storage space, and it was given a new lease of life, and this area was born. And I definitely recommend coming down, getting a photo with the colourful window frames, and getting yourself a coffee in one of the little patisseries and coffee shops just here. So something I would always recommend doing when you're visiting London is looking out for these blue plaques like this. You're going to have to look up, but it's really important that you do look up when you're exploring London. All of these plaques denote where famous people have lived here in the city. Now this plaque at Neil's Yard is Monty Python, and Monty Python lived here between 1976 and 1987. So if you come down, be sure to have a look at the plaque. Now we're heading into the famous Seven Dials Market. It's a really interesting spot because it used to be a banana and cucumber warehouse, but they developed it into this new absolute haven for foodies. Inside you've got a plethora of street foods and different things to try. So I definitely recommend anyone come in and checking it out when you come down to Seven Dials. So we're here really early. The place is just open, but already you can smell everything cooking. It smells fantastic. I've just seen brilliant donuts. I can see sushi going around on a carousel. And this place It's brilliant. It's so colourful, so vibrant. Definitely one place to come and visit. Even if you're a foodie or not, come here and try something a little bit different. Try something new. Get out of your comfort zone. I don't know what I'm going to try yet. I'm going to have a look around and see what we can find. I've got myself an interesting pastry, and it's from a shop here called the Chai Guys, and they specialise in chai, essentially. They claim to be the best chai in London. I've got myself a cardamom bun, which I think is going to be quite an interesting flavour. Cardamon's known for being a sort of a peppery, almost savoury eucalyptus flavour. To get it in a sweet pastry bun, I think is going to be super interesting. So this is the cardamom bun from Chai Guys. That works really, really well. You've got a sweet pastry, there's sugar fragments in there, so it's really, really sweet, but that cardamom comes through in a really flavoursome way. I really recommend it. And one thing I would just say is around me, especially coming from this chai shop, you're making chai lattes and chai teas, the smells are amazing, but that tastes delicious on top of that. So try yourself a cardamom bun from the Chai Guys. So this is the main eating square here inside the Seven Dials Market. You can see I've got a warehouse bar behind me, so you can come here even if you want to drink. I think something that London does really well is take old industrial or old use spaces and gives them a new lease of life, gives them a new purpose. Something like Seven Dials Market is a perfect example of that, and it has history, it has culture, but it's somewhere that people can come and enjoy in a new way today. I think we're really good at creating no waste here in London. We just use every space, and it's brilliant to see these modern twists on places. So Seven Dials Market is definitely somewhere to come and have a look at. The great thing about Seven Dials is there's so many little courts that you can find off of the back street, and I'm here in St Martin's Court, and it's a little bit more upper class. There's some wine bars and some fancy restaurants that you can come in, but they've all got fantastic spots that you can just sit, look at beautiful flowers, artwork, and really just come here and explore and find these little back streets. But St Martin's Court is definitely one to pop in and see on your way. For those of you that have got a sweet tooth, I definitely recommend this bakery here, and it's called Leto. And you can just see in the window, look at these fantastic cakes and pastries that they've got. So if you've got a bit of a sweet craving, get yourself over here to Leto. This is Floral Court, and it's a small courtyard that was recently developed just off of King Street. There's one person who's responsible for keeping all of the flowers in this courtyard looking as stunning as they do. And it's a real quiet and somber place versus the sort of energy and hecticness that you've got out there in central Covent Garden. My favourite part of the court is definitely this guy, the wooden elephant that you can sit and have your afternoon coffee with. So make sure you come and visit Floral Court when you're passing through. this is the main piazza here at Covent Garden. Now, it's most famous for the street performers, entertainers that come here and have been entertaining the crowds around here for hundreds of years. Covent Garden has a fantastic tradition of street performances. So come here to the main piazza. There's shows on all day, every day of the week, and these guys are fantastic. You're going to see magicians, jugglers, singers, performers, dancers. You really can see it all. To watch a show, it is open to the public. You can just come along and watch, but please make sure that you do pop a penny in the performer's hat after their show, because they really do rely on the public for their support so they can keep doing what they're doing. But a fantastic place. Bring the family, grab yourself a coffee, a bite of lunch, and watch the street performers here in the main piazza at Covent Garden. I'm inside the main market building at Covent Garden, and this was originally part of the Earl of Bedford's estate. There became to come street vendors that were selling their goods and wares, mostly fruits and vegetables, here at Covent Garden. So the Earl of Bedford got the papers to get the market recognised and formalised as a place of business, but there were some rules that he had to follow. The first rule was that only fruit, vegetables and herbs could be sold here at Covent Garden, and that the market couldn't extend beyond the borders of the main square. So this place still has a culture of market trading, and there's phenomenal stalls and stands here. Now they can sell outside of fruit and vegetables, but you'll see that we have these incredible herb barrows, and they're plotted all around Covent Garden. There's a couple just in front of me here, and these are now used mostly as road blockers, but they're an ode and a nod to what was Covent Garden, the traditional herbs, fruits and vegetable culture and sale here at Covent Garden. A couple of these barrows are actually dedicated to the residents of Covent Garden, and they can come and they can collect the mint and the tomatoes that grow on the barrows, but they're not for everyone. So please, please, please don't take any cuttings or trimmings from the flower barrows at Covent Garden. So another one of the great markets to check out here at Covent Garden is here, and this is the Jubilee Market Hall. Inside you'll see lots of different vendors, and they'll be selling everything from artwork to jewellery to some clothes. So this sits on the far side of the market hall, and you've got three main markets here to explore in Covent Garden. Make sure you see all three, and I definitely recommend coming over to the Jubilee Market Hall. Now we're heading to one of my favourite spots in Covent Garden. It's a little bit of a secret gem, and it's actually the Royal Opera House. It sits opposite the market building, but we're heading up here to this balcony, and you're going to get a fantastic view of all of Covent Garden. The brilliant thing about the Opera House is it's free for visitors, even if you're not seeing a show. And up there you've got some you've got some fantastic coffee and a bar. You're going to see the entrance just here in the corner, the Royal Opera House. Now you can come in and do a slight security check. Let's head on through and go upstairs. So this is the top floor of the Royal Opera House, and just over here in the corner you can see the entrance to the balcony that we're heading to. If you're looking to have a spot that will take your breath away, a real secret hidden gem, this is it. This is fantastic. Look at the flowers, the craftsmanship here, and the best part is this incredible view of London and all of Covent Garden. That's a lot of walking so far around Covent Garden, and as anybody would, I'm a little bit parched. So it's time for us to go and explore some of the best pubs in London for you to grab a pint. The first pub of the day is the Punch and Judy here on the piazza in Covent Garden. Now I've gone for a Camden Hells and I'm sat on the terrace looking at a fantastic show. great pub. I always love the atmosphere here, and it's a brilliant place to watch the show. However, I have just paid £8.20 for my pints, and even as an experienced Londoner, that is an expensive one. So if you're going to come here, just be aware that it's not going to be the cheapest place for you to have a drink, and we'll go to a slightly cheaper place afterwards with just as good as atmosphere. Cheers.
Excellent. Right, get on with it. All right, you will get on with it. So, ladies and gentlemen.
After that expensive pint in the Punch and Judy, we're going to go to our second pub of the day. This place, it's more of a bar than a pub, but it is one of my favourite spots to come and have a quick drink here in Covent Garden, and it's called the Maple Leaf. It's London's only Canadian bar, and what I love about it is that it has a great atmosphere inside. It's got lots of sports memorabilia, and it really does show all of the Canadian and American sports on their TV, which is super rare to do here in London. So this is the Maple Leaf. We're going to go inside and get ourselves a drink. This is the Maple Leaf bar, and I've gone for the Maple Leaf House Lager. What I really love about this place is a little bit of a slice of Canada here in London, and Canada's not really a country that has a lot of presence in London, so it's really nice to kind of come here, see some of the sports memorabilia, watch some of the sports on TV. They've got lots of hockey gear. We've got the Toronto Maple Leafs behind. They've got lots of lacrosse stuff. I've got a very soft spot for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was the first ever ice hockey game that I went to go and see. So this is the House Maple. It's actually a really delicious lager, so try the House when you come to the Maple Leaf. As well as being a great place to grab a quick drink, the Maple Leaf is definitely one of the few places in London where you can get the traditional Canadian poutine. Poutine is simply chips with cheese curds put on top, covered in gravy. But it's fantastic, it's a delicious dish. So if you are coming to the Maple Leaf and you're getting yourself a drink, I'd recommend having a portion of poutine to go with it. So if you are at a loose end here in Covent Garden and you're looking for somewhere to enjoy a nice drink or maybe a little bit of food, then Maiden Lane is definitely a spot to come and visit. I'm just finishing off my pint here from the Maple Leaf, but we're going to head down here and find our next pub, which is called the Porterhouse, which is actually, by square footage, the biggest pub in London. So let's finish this one and head down there. So along this street, you've got lots of really well-known places. You've got a street burger by Gordon Ramsay. You've got the Big Easy barbecue restaurant, which is brilliant because they do live music every single night. You've got the Franco Manca Pizza. You've got a Benihana restaurant. And it really is just a great place to come and eat and relax. It's a little bit quieter than the main piazza of Covent Garden, but just like the rest of the place, it's filled with really interesting places, quirkiness. There's actually a Japanese bar up here that focuses on sake. We're heading a little bit further down. Just at the end of this street, you'll see a street coming off called Exchange Court here on the left-hand side, and that's where we're going to find the Porterhouse. One of the biggest pubs in London, the biggest pub in London. The interesting thing about the Porterhouse is that you can't buy any name brand brews here. Everything is Porterhouse brew. So here it is, the Porterhouse. You've got this nice little outdoor seating area at the front. We're going to go in. I'm going to show you the twists and the turns that make the Porterhouse what it is. This is the Porterhouse. It's, as I said, it's one of the great spots to come and enjoy a beer. It's the biggest pub in London, square footage wise. That's mostly because it's got these floors that kind of go up and down. And it's a bit of a TARDIS when you get on the inside. There's all these different bars and floors that you can go and explore. I've gone for the house lager, the Porterhouse lager. What they do here is they put on all the brews from the Porterhouse Brewing Company based in Dublin. It's an Irish bar at heart. I love it because it's a closed ecosystem of beers and it forces you to get something that's typically not one of your main big corporation beers, your Peronis, your Hells, things like that. So you come and you can try something a little bit different. They're really open to giving you samples here so you can taste your beers before you have them. This is a nice crisp lager and I have it time and time again when I'm here. So if you come down to the Porterhouse, this is a safe bet. If you're looking for a crisp, clean lager, get the Porterhouse lager brew. If you're coming to the Porterhouse for food as well, they do a really interesting dish and it's called the spice bag. If you've been to Ireland, you might have heard of a spice bag before. It's basically a concoction of chips and spices and salt and pepper chicken mixed together to create this amazing, not so healthy snack. It pairs perfectly with beer. So if you are here, I'd get yourself a lemon pepper spice bag, which is salt and pepper chicken, chips, mixed veg, and curry sauce as well. Not healthy, but so good. Cheers. Okay, so we're at the Porterhouse, and it's actually really lucky. We've just bumped into a cast members here from Back to the Future. What are your names, guys?
My name's Ella. I'm Helen. And I'm Grace.
Okay, and today is a really special weekend in London because we have what's called West End Live. Now, every year, the second to last weekend of June, West End Live takes place over in Trafalgar Square. And it's a chance for all the West End musicals to play 2 or 3 songs, demonstrate how good their shows are. Now, you guys are the cast of Back to the Future. Can you tell us what makes Back to the Future special and why should everyone come to watch Back to the Future when they visit in London?
The tech in the show is incredible. The fans are like amazing. Like, I don't think we'd actually have a show if it wasn't for the fan base, would we?
The cast.
The cast are incredible. The choreo's great. It's fun. You know, it's got well-known songs.
It's good for everyone as well.
Yeah, it's
especially
good for
if you love the
everyone.
film. It's like
Iconic. Yeah, it's like the film but on stage, basically.
Guys, if you are visiting London, there's nothing better than coming to a West End show. I can vouch for every show, but especially I've been to Back to the Future multiple times. It's fantastic. The cast are brilliant. The song, the singing, the dancing, the tech is fantastic. So if you're here, you're in Covent Garden, come and see Back to the Future. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers. And that marks an end to our Covent Garden tour of the day. We've explored some brilliant coffee shops, some great places to go and see, some fantastic pubs. And look, if you want to come to Covent Garden, follow my tips, follow my advice, but just get stuck in. There's so many places to see. Explore the lesser explored alleyways. Just take a left turn, take a right turn, have a fantastic time. If you've liked the video today, please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I can't wait to see you next time on episode 2 of my London highlights.